Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Boys Basketball action. And tonight's game has the 26-0 John Hardin Bulldogs taking on the 11-15 North Hardin Trojans. Having the starters called right now, but Coach Gray, coming into this game, there was a game back in December. It was a blowout at John Hardin, 73-48. A lot has happened since then, except that the Bulldogs continue and haven't lost yet. Talk a little bit about tonight's atmosphere and what do you expect out of this ball game?
Well, it's rowdy in here, and crosstown rivalry. It's always exciting. Love calling the football game. The basketball game, to me, is even more exciting because the crowd is right on the floor. It'll be very interactive. It'll be very loud. Both teams very excited. You'll see the Trojans at their best. They've improved quite a bit. A couple of guys have really come on. Tayshawn Davis has really done a great job of improving and incorporating himself into what they do. But John Hardin Bulldogs, 26-0, ranked second in the state of Kentucky. Always exciting to see one of the top teams in the Bluegrass playing.
Coming into tonight's ball game, again, the John Hardin Bulldogs have secured the #1 seed in the district tournament in a couple of weeks, while the North Hardin Trojans will be the 4 seed. They'll be playing in the opening round on Monday, February 18th. As they finish up the starting lineups. Going down the starters first for John Hardin. Alex Matthews comes in averaging 17 points and 11 rebounds. Aaron Scott averages 15 points. Trayvon Harris, who we've said all season probably does the dirty work. He scores, he goes inside, he rebounds. He's averaging 13 points and 9 boards a ball game. Jakai Walker and Preston Merle, the other starters. For the Trojans, it'll be Jordan Lovett, Nasir Johnson, Josh Moore, Tony Everett, and Jalen Sharps. Before the ball game, we had a ceremony as Eric Moore for the North Hardin Trojans signed to play football at Georgetown College. Big exciting news for him. It'll be Matthews and Lovett at center court, and the Bulldogs will control the opening tip. Walker will run the point for the Bulldogs most of the night. North Hardin comes out in a man-to-man defense. Harris puts it on the floor, gets inside, dish off to Merle. He misses it inside. Matthews had the rebound and is knocked free from him. And it'll stay with the Bulldogs. That's a shot you can't miss. In a game like this, early on especially, trying to get the lead, trying to take this crowd out of it. We were here last night. It is a totally different atmosphere in the gym with these two teams playing tonight. Harris with it out top. Matthews pull up 15-footer. Off to him, no good. Harris with an offensive rebound. Putback, no good. Merle with the rebound. Putback is good. And Merle will be going to the line.
Already 3 offensive rebounds for the Bulldogs. They're already imposing their will. One of the things that you love about the Bulldogs is their toughness.
Foul was on Jordan Lovett, his first, team's first. Merle gets the shooter's roll. And now full court pressure from the Bulldogs. Trojans get over. Everett with the ball now. He'll back it back out. And John somewhat in a man-to-man. Sharps gets past Matthews. Into the lane. Scoop shot no good. Harris with the rebound. Harris quickly gets it ahead for Scott. Scott going to throw it up near. And an alley-oop for Alex Matthews from Scott. Lovett brings it into the front court. Sharps back to Lovett, a give and go. Somebody fouled there. Lovett will be going to the line. I believe this is going to be on Aaron Scott. That'll be his first, team's first. One more for Lovett. Lovett knocks both of those down. 6:30 to go in our opening quarter, 5-2, John Hardin on top. Matthews gets all the way inside, shot in there, no good, altered by Lovett and Josh Moore. Apologize for your cracking in the microphones. And it's Nasir Johnson takes the hit, takes the composure and knocks it down. A 1-point ball game now. Murrow wanting it down on the block. Tried to reverse inside. Everett knocks it free, gets the steal. And it'll be steps called on the Trojans.
Looks like his left foot was stationary. Questionable call, and certainly the fans don't like it.
It looked like, I didn't think his feet moved. He went down and put his hand on the ground, but I didn't think he took an extra step. Of course, we're sitting in midcourt, that official right underneath the basket. Walker to inbound it, gets it into Murrow. Murrow shot no good. Matthews with the offensive rebound. He'll be fouled. That foul will be on Tony Everett, his first, team second. They get it into Harris. Partially blocked there by Josh Moore. That goes off Murrow and over to the Trojans. I believe that's going to be a foul on Walker. His first, team second. Shot down at the other end by Lovett, no good. Harris with the rebound. And then Harris, as he's spinning in the lane, loses it back over to the Trojans. Bulldogs not looking sharp here early on as far as handling the ball. Had some missed shots inside. Second chance opportunities, no good. Lovett gets the offensive rebound. Now to be Josh Moore with the offensive rebound. Lovett with the rebound again, and now the Bulldogs come away with it. Kai Walker gets into the lane. He'll be fouled before he gets there. That's going to be on Sharps. That'll be his first, team's third. Eric Moore and Quayshawn Davis check into the lineup for the Trojans. Scott with a deep three, top of the key. Circles out. Jakai Walker gets the offensive rebound, then loses it. Regains possession. Floater in the lane, no good. Knocked up in the air by Murrow. And I believe it's Nasir Johnson who comes down with it, gets it ahead to Sharps. Sharps really jumped into Matthews, and Matthews, I don't think, was in any position to try to make a block. He should have probably just stayed out of that. That'll be his first, team's third, and that'll put Sharps on the line to shoot two. Darion Davis checks into the lineup for the Bulldogs. That one off. Harris with another rebound. Scott now drives into, that's going to be a charge. And Scott runs his mouth a lot. And Scott, you know, he's down on the floor. He's on top of Eric. He wants up. Now he claps at the North Hardin section. He picks up his second foul, team's fourth. That'll get the freshman Devin Rogers into the lineup for Coach McCurry. Tony Everett back into the lineup for the Trojans. Moore stepped on the baseline. Turnover back to the Bulldogs. 4:18 to go in the opening quarter. 5-5 the score. Started off with a 5-0 run by the Bulldogs and now a 5-0 run by the Trojans. Into Matthews in the lane. Stops, resets. Shot there was short. Walker sends it back in. Quayshawn Davis now with it. He heads the other direction. Over to Johnson. Shot no good. Harris with the rebound, and the Bulldogs look to run, coming back the other way. I don't agree with that charge call at all. I thought Everett was running right with him. Foul's going to be on Trayvon Harris. That'll be his first, team's fifth. John no longer putting on full court pressure. Everett with it. Good drop off to Moore. Misses a shot. Johnson there. And Nasir Johnson gets his 4th point and the first lead of the night for the Trojans. Harris cutting inside, gives it back to Davis. Triple team Matthews, going to do a reverse layup. It's good. We've seen him do that all season long. Able to understand where the defense is coming from, uses the goal to his advantage. Like Eric Moore got away with a walk on that one. Everett's 3, no good. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a bench warning.
It must have been a warning. Yeah. There's actually no call.
Matthews going to now spin into the lane. Johnson, it looked like he got a whole lot of ball. It'll be on Nasir Johnson. He picks up his first, team's 4th. And that'll put Alex Matthews at the line to shoot 2. Matthews with 1 more. Misses both. That might be. Quayshawn Davis gets that foul. I think they're going to call a push in the back. Oh, not a foul. It was a lane violation. Sorry. And so Matthews will get to reshoot that second free throw. And he makes good on it. Matthews now with 5. And the Bulldogs back up by 1, 8-7. Davis will take a 3 right side. It comes off the iron. Harris with another rebound for the Bulldogs. Harris spins into the lane, dumps it off. That will be a charge. Second on Harris. 16 foul.
3rd charge call. I don't know if I've seen a game where there are 3 charge calls in the entire game this year. You know, one of those was with John Hardin. Alex Matthews does a great job taking those, but right now, North Hardin doing a good job getting position.
And you see all of the John Hardin players have spin moves. They're always spinning back to the middle. Good job scouting what they're going to do. Looked like Davis shuffled his feet before he got rid of that one. That ball knocked away from Everett. He regains it, gets into the lane. Matthews altered that shot by just standing in the way, trying to take the charge as Everett changed his body motion as he was going up for that shot. Kyle Walker gives it up to Rogers. Darion Davis, 3 on the way. It's out. Jakai Walker with another offensive rebound, puts it up, no good, knocked out. Rogers tracks it down. That one too tall for Merle, and there'll be a turnover to the Trojans. 1:11 to go here in the opening quarter. Last week in our game where we had John Hardin versus E-Town, Devin Rogers had 18 points to lead the Bulldogs that night. Had a hot hand, 4 for 4 from 3-point range. Josh Moore pull up 18-footer. It's good. His first bucket of the night. .44 seconds to go in this quarter. Matthews turnaround 5-footer. It's good. Long shot there, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go over, or I believe we're going to have a foul. Lovett to the line. Knocks down the first. Foul on the Devin Rogers pull up 3. It's off the iron. Sharps gathers it down. 2 seconds. He'll heave 3/4 court. Off the iron. At the end of one, our score 10-10. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank.
We can't hear because it's screaming in our ears. It's cracking so bad. Good idea. You can check.
I don't think it's down here.
No, it's right here. I promise you it's in this.
Okay. I'll go try it.
Turnover to the Bulldogs. Sorry about that. Again, technical difficulties here. Inside to Merle. Merle's hook shot, it's good. He gets his 5th point of the night. Jalen Sharps quickly to the other end. Scoop shot, it's good. And we're right back to a tied ball game at 12 apiece. Matthews got it, and I think he was surprised. No one was right on him right there at the free throw line. Good job by Josh Moore getting around Merle to knock it out. First personal on Quayshawn Davis, team's 5th. Rogers trying to find someone to throw it to. It's going to be a 5-second call. Turnover to the Trojans. Johnson inside. Misses that one. Matthews brings it back the other way. Doesn't pass it. Shot off the backboard, no good. Moore with the rebound. Quickly out to Davis. He goes coast to coast, doesn't get it. And they're going to have basket interference on Josh Moore. And it'll go back over to the Bulldogs. Walker with it, hands it off to Darion Davis. Scoop shot inside, no good. Davis with the rebound.
Let's go, Harry.
That's going to be a foul, I believe. Oh, they're going to call a travel on Johnson. Looked like he got a bump from Matthews. Scott checks back into the ball game. Scott drives inside, ball knocked free. John Hardin basketball under their own basket. Walker will go to send it in. Into Matthews. Fouled almost immediately. It'll be on Johnson, his 2nd, team 6th. From this point on, both teams will be in the bonus. Matthews to the line to shoot 2. He was 1 for 2 in the first quarter. Doesn't get the roll on the next one. Quayshawn Davis with it for the Trojans. He gets to the other end. No good. Walker with the rebound. To the corner, Scott for 3. Off the back of the iron. That could have been on Matthews over the back as Eric Moore gets the rebound for the Trojans. Sharps takes a 3 off the iron. Merle gets the rebound. Rogers gets it into Matthews. And it'll be blocked by Josh Moore from behind. Jordan Lovett will check in.
You're going to need a whole bench.
Foul will be on Jalen Sharps, his second, team 7th, and that'll send Aaron Scott to the line, his first trip to the line tonight for 1 in the bonus. Misses that one. Davis quickly up to Eric Moore. Moore for 3. It's off the iron. Scott gets the rebound as he rips it away from Lovett. That is a quick whistle. After all the banging we've had in this ball game, a quick whistle as Quayshawn Davis picks up his second, team's 8th, and Scott will go right back to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. That one comes off. Quayshawn Davis with another rebound for the Trojans. 4:56 to go in the first half. Davis shot no good. Lovett with the offensive rebound. Blocked by Merle. And the Bulldogs look to come the other way. Ball tapped by Quayshawn Davis. Scott picks it up, tries to throw a bullet pass to Matthews. Eric Moore comes out with it. Runs down the lane. He'll get fouled and the bucket's good. Foul will be on Devin Rogers. That'll be Eric Moore's first points of the night, and he's back to the line to shoot 1. .436 to go in the second quarter. North Hardin on top, 14-13 over the Bulldogs. It's the old-fashioned three-pointer. With that, John Hardin will take a 30-second timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We come out of this timeout, 4:36 remaining in the first half, 15-13. North Hardin on top of the Bulldogs. Kai Walker, 3 on the way. It's long. Ball to the floor. Scott gets it. His shot misses. Tony Everett comes out with the rebound. Gave it up to Eric Moore, not able to gather it in. And it'll be a turnover back to John Hardin. Ooh. Looked like a bad pass to Rogers. Rogers will get fouled there by Everett. Everett puts his hands like, what did I do? But he got right into Rogers. That'll be the team's 9th, Everett's 2nd. And this will send Rogers to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Josh Moore checks back in for the Trojans. Rogers will now get another one. Eric Moore with the rebound. And a steal by Aaron Scott. Open 3 for Rogers on the way. He rattles in and out, no good. Matthews had the rebound and loses it out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the Trojans. John Hardin will set up in their full court press. Everett loses it out of bounds. Right back over to the Bulldogs. Nasir Johnson checks into the lineup for the Trojans. Aaron Scott into the lane. That's going to be a charge on Aaron Scott, and that'll be his third. And Darion Davis quickly up off the bench for Coach McCurry. Check in for Scott. Both teams now in the double bonus for this final 3:23 of the opening half. Johnson traveled. Looked like he wanted to dribble it one more time. He was just riding down inside. Takes one too many steps. John Hardin, a team that averages 73 points a night, struggling right now. Only 14 points. Ja'Kai Walker's 15-footer, no good. Gives it out to Davis. Davis, three-pointer on the way, no good. Eric Moore with the rebound. Gets it ahead for Josh Moore. Pull up, little floater, no good. Merle gets the rebound. Davis, Euro step inside. It's blocked from behind. They're going to say it goes off of Davis, and it'll be North Hardin basketball. Josh Moore gets it to Eric Moore over the midcourt stripe. Max Campbell down low, kicks out. Darion Davis steps in the way, gets that steal. And the reverse layup, no good. Good job by Nasir Johnson. Sharps for three, it's good. Jalen Sharps with 6 points now in the ball game. Inside to Merle. He'll be fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot two. This is going to be on Max Campbell, his first. Merle knocks down the second, gives him 6 points on the night.
Let's go, Shard!
Lovett drives all the way into the lane, no good. Walker with the rebound, and they're going to get Lovett over the MAC with the cheap reach in. And that'll send Ja'Kai Walker to the line to shoot two. This will be Walker's first trip to the line tonight. 1:55 to go in the first half of play. First point of the night for Ja'Kai Walker. Knocks both of those down. 1 point ball game, 18-17, North Hardin on top.
Let's go, Najee!
1:40 to go in the half. Eric Moore puts it on the floor. Now they'll back it out.
Come on, Jalen!
Johnson going to try to take Matthews off the dribble. Spins, he throws it out. It's saved back in by Sharps, but he saves it to Darion Davis. Walker for three. It's good. First three of the night for the Bulldogs. Rogers got his hand on that, but Sharp gets there, and Ja'Kai Walker going to pick up his third foul. And you see Coach McCurry asking him, why'd you go after that ball? Sharps to the line to shoot two. 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Devontae Stone checks into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Sharps misses both of those. Rogers gets the rebound. And a pull-up 17-footer by Matthews, no good. Josh Moore with the rebound. I think that's the shot that Coach McCurry was looking for. Josh Moore floater there, no good. Jordan Lovett with the rebound. Gives it off to Eric Moore. Eric Moore is going to be fouled by Merle. That'll be his first. And that'll send Eric Moore to the line to shoot two. Elijah Washington checks into the lineup for the Trojans. Moore with one more free throw. Moore knocks that one down, gives him 4 points on the night, and that'll get Max Campbell back into the ball game for Coach Gopher. Down to 10 seconds. Merle in the lane, floater, it's good. Eric Moore takes a peek, 2 seconds to go. He could have had a couple more dribbles. Our first half comes to a close with the Bulldogs up by 3, 22-19 over the Trojans. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626 and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after this short timeout with first half stats and analysis and second half action.
I know that there's not a lot of money that's there for those kids, and we want to make this a special moment for them. Every kid should be able to go in and have good equipment and be able to travel and go to a lot of different events, and we want to be able to be a part of that.
Now, earlier we were talking about some of your sports memories, right? You were an athlete, and talk about those things. I mean, how important it is to see the fans, to be appreciated, and how that encourages you.
Well, I at E-Town High School, I ran cross country, I ran track, and also I played basketball. So I know the difference between a individual sport and a non-revenue sport, and also where we have a lot of fans. And so looking at what I went through and all the joy that I had, and looking back and all the different players and athletes that I was able to play with, I see those special bonds that I still have here today. And so I feel like that when you play for your school and you have fellow student athletes that play alongside of you, you're going to have those special relationships.
Well, I know it really does support us. Your sponsorship, without that and without the other sponsors on HCEC-TV Live Sports, we couldn't do our 80 events a year.
Right.
And I really do think it means a lot to those athletes.
And I appreciate you and HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom for allowing us to go along with this ride, because we feel like this is a unique opportunity for student athletes to be on live TV and allowing the viewers out there to see these girls and boys to be able to go out and play for their schools. And I remember years ago when Brandenburg Telecom came to me about a sponsorship on this, I was like, sign me up, because we wanted to give back that way. I
was going to say, it has so much impact. I'll have parents tell me that their grandparents were able to watch it, and that lived out of state. Of course, we have a strong military, so therefore they're some of them can watch it in a distance, and so it really does mean a lot to the community. So I really want to, first off, I want to appreciate you for doing that.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, besides Elizabethtown, you're not just E-Town exterminating.
No. We cover 8 different counties, but our core emphasis first is Hardin County, and then LaRue and Meade County.
Awesome. And again, if someone would like to get in touch with you and your services, how can they do that?
Well, they can call us directly at 270-737-6900, or they can visit our website at www.mugabug.com.
I was going to say, that's an easy moniker to remember, that mugabug.com.
Yes.
When individuals call you, the other nice thing is they actually speak to a person.
Yes, we have 3 lovely ladies that answer our phones at E-Town Exterminating, and they'll take care of your needs.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Sean, for joining us, and we want to thank all of our live sports sponsors for bringing HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's live sports coverage. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you again, Sean.
Well, thank you very much.
We're here with one of our outstanding sponsors for our live sports coverage on Brandenburg Telecom's Channel 1. Joining me is Josh Hubbard. He's the president of West Point Bank, and West Point Bank has been one of our sponsors from the very beginning. So first off, I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome, and thank you for allowing us to be a sponsor. So.
Right. Tell us, Josh, people may not realize what the history of West Point Bank is.
So our bank, West Point Bank, started actually in the early 1900s in West Point. The current owners of the bank now acquired that bank in the early 1980s, and it's been in the family of banks since the early 1980s and grown into what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I said, now you've got 5 locations.
We do.
So talk about those.
So obviously when the bank was started, it started just in West Point, and we still have our location there in West Point. We also have 4 other locations in Hardin County, in Radcliffe, Elizabethtown, Glendale, and Upton.
I mentioned it's like right down Dixie Highway.
It is. So from the north end of the county to the south end of the county, you should be able to get to us pretty easily.
How has the bank grown in terms of services and employees?
Okay, so when the bank was purchased, in the early 1980s, it was just a small community bank, and we still have that community feel. We have never strayed from that. Community-based bank focused on Hardin County and doing business with the citizens here locally. We actually now have over 40 employees. We have over, like I said, 5 branches now, and full service. We can, checking accounts, deposit accounts, certificate of deposits, loans for you name it, we can pretty much do it. Automobile loans, construction loans, real estate loans, farm loans, commercial strip centers, hotels, you name it, we will consider doing it. So.
Well, I mean, having all of those different branches, really, you can go anywhere.
You can,
locally.
you can, and you know, people have their certain teller that they like to deal with, or they have their certain loan officer that they like to deal with. But if you live in Upton but you work in Elizabethtown, you can stop by the Elizabethtown branch and make a deposit, cash a check, make a loan payment, do whatever you need to do at any of our 5 locations.
That's awesome. Now, does each bank in those locations have like a little identity? Because Upton's a little different than Glendale.
It's funny to look at, but yes, I mean, we're all selling the same product and the same service and so forth, but each branch does have its little niche, you know. So.
Did it start as a way also to help the military? In regards to some of your customers?
We get that a lot with West Point up in New York. Are you military affiliated? The answer to that question is it doesn't have any military ties, but obviously we support the troops and the soldiers and their families on Fort Knox and surrounding counties and so forth, and absolutely.
Get the wrong one. We must have got the wrong one.
Ja'Kai Walker with that shot, no good. Kick out. 3 on the way from Walker, no good. Trayvon Harris, another offensive rebound. That one's blocked by Josh Moore, and Jalen Sharps comes out with it for the Trojans. Quickly ahead to Tony Everett. Everett gets his first bucket of the night, and we're right back to a 1-point ball game. Matthews inside, gives it back to Scott. Aaron Scott and Ja'Kai Walker both with 3 fouls coming into the second half. And that time Harris will be fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot a pair. That's going to be on Tony Everett. That'll be his 3rd foul. He's the only Trojan with 3 fouls at this point. This will be the first trip to the line for Trayvon Harris. Harris comes in averaging 13 points and 9 rebounds. I believe he's well on track to get his rebound total, but scoreless so far in this ball game. Quayshawn Davis checks back in for the Trojans. Harris gets that one to roll in and gets his first point of the night. Full court pressure from the Bulldogs. Trojans beat it. Johnson gives, he drives inside. High shot off the glass, no good. Lovett with the rebound. He'll be fouled, and I believe this is going to be on Walker. It is going to be on Ja'Kai Walker, his 4th. Team's first to the second half. Lovett with 3 points in the first half, all from the free throw line. Knocks that one down. He has one more to come. Devin Rogers back into the lineup for the Bulldogs as he takes Ja'Kai Walker's spot. Lovett knocks them both down. And we're all tied at 23 apiece.
Let's go, Jalen!
Harris puts it on the floor. He gets bodied up. I believe this might be on Josh Moore. That'll be the first on Josh Moore, team's second. Harris right back to the line. 1 for 2 on the night. One more to come. Harris now with 3 points, all from the charity strike. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. Quayshawn Davis puts it on the line, pull up 10-footer, no good. Trayvon Harris with the rebound for the Bulldogs. It up to Rogers. Get it into Merle. Merle turns, baby hook, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, floater no good inside, ball tipped out. Aaron Scott tracks it down for the Bulldogs. Harris turns the corner, gives it up. Alex Matthews for 3, it's good. I don't know that I've called Alex Matthews with a 3 all season. Josh Moore going to pull up 17-footer, no good. Jordan Lovett with a rebound as he picked it at his highest spot. Nasir Johnson's 3, no good. I believe that was off of Lovett, out of bounds, over to the Bulldogs. Trayvon Harris turns the corner, gets past a couple of Bulldogs. Josh Moore blocks it, gets his own rebound in the putback. And with foul trouble on Scott and now Walker, it is Trayvon Harris who picks up this Bulldog team, getting 5 points here in the first half of this third quarter. Bulldogs on top with a 7-point lead. Coach Gray, what have you noticed in the second half here, just in the first couple of minutes? And for Coach McCurry and the Bulldogs, they found themselves down in double digits even in the second half, and obviously 26-0, you've had to weather some storms. We saw it last week against E-Town. They were down double digits in the first half, came back and pulled out the victory late in that ball game. John in a man-to-man. Johnson with it on the right wing. Eric Moore drives inside. And so he was fouled on the floor. It's either going to be on Merle or Matthews. It'll be on Alex Matthews, his second, team's second. Let's hear Johnson to inbound this one for the Trojans. Gets it to Josh Moore, loses it. They get it ahead quickly to Trayvon Harris, and the layup for Trayvon Harris now with 7 points here in the third quarter. Johnson goes inside, kicks it out to Quayshawn Davis, around to Eric Moore. His 3 on the way. Off the iron and comes out. Quayshawn Davis with the rebound and the putback. Davis's first points of the night. Matthews turns a corner into the lane and going to get the foul and the hoop. That'll be on Nasir Johnson. That'll be his third, team's third. Matthews gets the 2-point bucket, and he'll be going to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Matthews 2 for 5 on the night. Bulldogs in the first half, 7 of 12 from the line. Trojans were 6 of 11. Steps called on Nasir Johnson. Turnover back to the Bulldogs. Aaron Scott, deep three, no good. Eric Moore with the rebound for North. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Jalen Sharps will take a three. It's good. His second three-pointer of the night, and that gives him 9 points on the evening. Harris going to get inside. That should be on Eric Moore on the block. That'll be the first foul on Eric Moore, team's fourth. And that'll send Harris back to the line to shoot 2 more. 3 for 4 on the night is Harris from the line. Darion Davis checks in. Quayshawn Davis guarded by Rogers.
Break him again, Jalen.
Harris going to go baseline. Johnson does. Nasir Johnson now with 6 points. Cut to a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. They added as much as 9. Matthews gives it to Scott on the handoff, and he blows by the Trojans and gets his first points of the night. Sharps gets it down low to Josh Moore. Moore into the lane, no good. That went off of Davis. That'll go over to the Bulldogs. Looked like Devin Rogers got hit in the eye. Rogers pump fake, steps inside the 3-point line, 17-footer, no good. Josh Moore tips it out to Johnson, who races up the court. That one's knocked out of his hands by Rogers. And it'll stay on this end with the Trojans. Get it in, Sharps for 3. In and out, Eric Moore with the offensive rebound and the putback. Eric Moore now with 6 points on the night.
Lock him up, Eric. He's weak. He's weak.
Ball lost by the Bulldogs. Josh Moore goes the other way. I will say this, I don't agree with it. Matthews had set up, but I don't think he'd given Josh Moore enough time. Now, the same can be said in the first half. There were calls on that same end of the court where there were Oh, I believe Eric Moore just got called for a tee.
Josh, calm down.
So Josh Moore picks up his second. I believe it was Josh Moore that picked up the technical. So his third foul. That sends Aaron Scott to the line on the other end, knocks down the first. And knocks down the seconds, and now the Bulldogs will have the ball.
I got you.
Harris to inbound the ball, 1:01 to go here in this third quarter. There's going to be an alley-oop to Scott. Eric Moore reads it. It goes off of Scott and back over to the Trojans.
Eric Moore seems to have cooled down a bit. He makes a great play to stop that alley-oop on the defensive end. He's played very hard on the defensive end. Just 2 fouls with a lot of physical play.
Darion Davis back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Quayshawn Davis now with the ball for the Trojans. Step back, 15-footer, it's good. Scott inside, gives it up to Devin Rogers. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Now he's going to throw it down low to Matthews. I think if Matthews keeps that ball up, Trojans don't get the steal. Sharps comes the other way. Down the lane, up off the glass, it's good. Sharps into double digits, 10 seconds to go. It's just a 3-point ball game. Harris, stutter step, gets all the way to the bucket. He'll be fouled and be going to the line with 2.8 seconds to go. Nasir Johnson picks up his 4th foul. Team 6th. And for the entire 4th quarter, the Bulldogs will be in the bonus. Harris will get one more. Tony Everett checks into the lineup for the Trojans. And that one will go over the basket, and so our third quarter comes to a close, 41-36, John Hardin on top. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical therapy associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2, Spectrum Communication Channel 184, and you can always search our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Coach Gray, 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. What do they need to do here in this fourth quarter to hold on?
Well, it was impressive for the Trojans to hang in there. They took a good punch getting down 9 there, and they could have folded up, but they're playing such physical ball. The Bulldogs have to stay.
As we have some cheerleaders run into each other in the middle of the court.
Well, that was quite a collision. Bulldogs are going to have to continue to be physical, not just rely on shooting three-point shots, but especially in this last quarter. Trayvon Harris was really aggressive, taking the ball to the basket. They've got to continue to do that. I think when they get a chance to get up and stretch the lead, they really need to stretch it out because the Trojans still believe they're in this ball game just down 5 with a quarter to go.
41-36. It'll be North Hardin basketball to start this fourth quarter. Sharps gets into the lane. Shot blocked by Merle. Ja'Kai Walker back in the game with the 4 fouls. Tries to thread the needle, but it's Eric Moore gets the steal. And the bucket. And Moore now has 8 points on the night. Harris with it. He'll stop. Gets it down to Merle underneath the bucket. Good look and good find. Merle now with double digits at 10. Lovett on the other end. That's going to be on Merle, and it's good. Lovett with his first made basket. He has 5 points, now 7, and he'll be going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Misses that one. That's going to be a travel as they both had the ball. Trayvon Harris and Ja'Kai Walker. North Hardin basketball under their goal. Down 3. Jalen Sharps to inbound it. And Sharps trying to get it to Quayshawn Davis, throws it wide, and there'll be a turnover to the Bulldogs. One thing, we haven't seen a zone out of the Trojans tonight, and with the Bulldogs cutting so much to the lane and getting to the basket, I would expect to see a defensive change somewhat. Merle gets it in the post, a charge on him. Good sell job by Jordan Lovett. That'll be Merle's second, team's 4th.
Lovett had established position, and Merle went into him, but acting 101 right there. But Lovett has been a spark plug tonight, rebounding the ball, getting to the rim. Fantastic.
The football coach is raving about him. He plays tight end for him, and tell you what, he's one of the most athletic kids they've got in the program. Speed, jumping ability. And we see that on display tonight, and we saw it some in the football field as well.
Exactly. A couple of those rebounds have been above the rim, and they're calling on him to handle Preston Merle as well as Alex Matthews. Tough job for him. He doesn't usually start, but he started tonight in the game.
Quayshawn Davis with it. Trayvon Harris on him. They give it to Lovett in the corner, and he travels. Thought too much about it.
He wanted to shoot the three-pointer, but he knew coach was standing about 10 feet away from him, and not a very good idea for him to be shooting that one.
They get to Merle at the top. Key now, Ja'Kai Walker down low to Matthews. He reverses. They're going to call a block on Eric Moore. I thought that was more of a charge than the call before it. That'll be Eric Moore's second. And that'll be shooting the bonus. Oh, I think he's saying the shot was good. And now Coach Kofer is going to get a bench warning.
Well, good move by the official. Don't call a tech in a three-point game, so he want to send a message to Coach Kofer without costing his team.
He was just told the scorekeeper that bucket was good by Matthews. I did not see that at all.
I thought it was well through the rim.
I stopped watching after they called it because clearly it was called well before the shot. Matthews knocks down the free throw. Alex Matthews now with 16 points on the night, and it's out to a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Davis going to try to take Harris off the dribble. Trayvon Harris will pick up his third foul, team's 5th. As Harris is walking, looks like he's limping a little on his right foot. It's not 1-1, it's the 6th foul. And Harris slips right over and gets the steal. Throws it ahead for Aaron Scott. Scott pull up 3 on the way. It's off. Tony Everett had the rebound but loses it out of bounds. And I used to be surprised when Scott would pull up for a 3. We had him a couple weeks ago and actually he pulled up. It was a 3-on-1 break and he stopped at the top of the key. Merle unable to gather that one, but Matthews gets it in for the Bulldogs. Scott gets inside. That's going to be a charge. It's going to be Scott's 4th, team 7th on player control fouls. There is not free throw shot. Quayshawn Davis pull up 15-footer off the glass. It's good. His 6th point of the night. Matthews to the lane. Tough to stop in there. 18 points now for the Bulldog junior. Love it that time. Quickly gave up the ball. Sharps will take a deep 3 left side. It's good. His 3rd three-pointer of the night.
Well, every time John Hardin stretched the lead out, the Trojans have had an answer. Pretty impressive job for them to hang in there.
Jalen Sharps now with 14 points on the night.
Let's go, Jalen!
Matthews pull up 10-footer in the lane, no good. Murrow gets the rebound and the putback. And John Hardin will take a quick timeout as they go back up by 5. 4:41 to go here in the ball game. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626 and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. I will tell you, this is definitely not a Wednesday night atmosphere here at North Hardin here in Ron Bever's Gymnasium. 5-point ball game. And, Coach, what do you expect out of both of these teams here down the stretch?
Well, you noted earlier that John Hardin's been in these kinds of situations. They've been in tight games. They've been able to pull out tight games. You're not going to see any panic in the Bulldogs. And so them to just continue to pound the ball inside, work their game plan. We'll see if North Hardin can match that poise and calm in the midst of a really big moment here.
Aaron Scott and Ja'Kai Walker each with 4 fouls for the Bulldogs. Nasir Johnson, who drives inside here, has 4 for the Trojans. Trayvon Harris somehow got that rebound, got it out to Scott, who leaves it for Matthews with the dunk. Sharps will take a 3 at the other end. It's good, his 4th three-pointer of the night. And now 17 points for the North Hardin sophomore. And Coach Koper will take a 30-second timeout. We do want to remind our Viewers, tomorrow night we will be back on the air, 7:30. This time we'll be at Central Hardin as they will host South Oldham High School. Tip time is 7:30 there. Next week we will have 2 ball games. It's going to be Meade County at Central Hardin. On Thursday night it will be boys action. On Friday night it will be girls action. Both of those games scheduled for a 7:30 tip time. And then the following week it'll be 8 games in 6 days as we have both 17th District tournaments from Elizabethtown High School. On Monday the 18th, it'll be a doubleheader as it'll be both 4-5 matchups. For the boys, that'll be Fort Knox and North Hardin. For the girls, it will be John Hardin and Fort Knox. On Tuesday night, we'll have the semifinals, one semifinal of the boys. On Wednesday night will be the other semifinals. Thursday night will be another doubleheader as both semifinals in the girls action. Friday night will be the boys championship game, and Saturday night the girls championship game. And now for the first time we see a different defense as they go 1-3-1. They find Matthews down low. He'll be fouled inside. I believe this one's going to be on, it's not Nasir Johnson. That's his 5th. So he will finish the night with 6 points. Everett checks in for him.
Well, I've also noticed that they have not, even though now they're subbing in, they have not gone back to Josh Moore after the technical. He kind of lost his cool.
Matthews knocks that one down. He'll get one more. That was the 8th team foul on the Trojans. Full court pressure from the Bulldogs. Sharps gets it over midcourt. Cross pass to Davis. Tony Everett steps into a 3. That one's short. Saves it in to Ja'Kai Walker, though, of the Bulldogs. 1-3-1 for, well, the only one that looks like he's playing 1-3-1 is Max Campbell. Walker's 3, no good. Matthews goes up high for that rebound, gives it to Aaron Scott. His floater no good. Sharps comes out with it for the Trojans. Harris got a hand on that one. Everett scoops it in. Eric Moore 3. It's good. His first 3-pointer now. The North Hardin senior with 11 points on the night cuts it to a 3-point lead as we hit 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Coach McCurry tells them to calm down. They're going to run motion. And they'll cut through, and somebody will pop. Somebody else cuts through. They're just going to try to lull you to sleep. Get it to Matthews. Kicks out to the corner for Aaron Scott. He drives inside. Is that a charge? It is. Aaron Scott gets his 5th. Scott will finish the night with 4 points.
Well, they've been consistent in calling that. Even if it's close, they've been erring on the side of calling a charge. One to, I guess, get the drives under control, not just out of control, people flying at the basket. So it's been consistent.
Devin Rogers checks in. And now it looks like the Bulldogs come out in somewhat of a zone. And with that, Coach Kofer, as there was really no movement on the Trojans' offense, as Sharps and Davis just get sending it back and forth.
Big possession. It's a 3-point game. You're in a 1-possession game. Good idea for a coach when he sees the zone and some confusion on the guys' faces. You know, you got to get a timeout, get a good possession.
And for them, you know, on the night, Jalen Sharps already with 17 points. You've got Eric Moore with 11 points. You know, and I don't know if those guys have been in the game where they've been called on to hit big shots down the stretch. It'll be interesting to see who steps up for it. And I'm really surprised you brought it up at the last timeout. Josh Moore has not been back into the ball game. Moore has 3 personal fouls. One of them was a technical, but could still play, and he's in the huddle, but not one of the players that Coach Kofer is talking to.
Well, coming out of timeout, we've got to watch Trayshawn Davis and Jalen Sharps, the three-point shooters in the lineup here. You don't have to get 3 right now. Obviously, it's a one-possession game, but I'm sure Coach is looking for a good shot. But those 2 guys are the three-point gunners on the floor.
Part of me wouldn't be totally surprised if John Hardin go man-to-man. Simply changing it up because he called the timeout to set up a 1-3-1 play. Sharp step back 3 on the way, off the iron. And that will be on Eric Moore. I believe it's Jakai Walker that'll be going to the free throw line. Eric Moore puts up his, should be his 3rd.
They ran a really good play coming out of the timeout, and Sharp's got to look at a 3. It was dead on line and just a little short.
2:02 to go in the ball game. And after these free throws, the Bulldogs will shoot the double bonus from this point on. 2:02 to go in the ball game. Walker with 7 points in the ball game tonight. And now they go to a 2-3 zone. And they'll match up. They'll know where the shooters are. And that pass goes wide of Davis and a turnover to the Bulldogs. It's interesting. The point guard now is Devin Rogers, just a freshman. Coach McCurry putting a lot of faith in him. Murrell's been open a couple of times. They haven't gotten the ball. That's going to be a charge on Harris. And he did. He ducked his shoulder. That'll be Harris's 4th foul. Now both teams will be in the double bonus.
And again, that's how they're calling it. I mean, if you're leaning in, putting that shoulder down, and the defender is holding position, doesn't matter if he's completely still.
1:25 to go. Eric Moore gets it in the corner. Skip pass. Sharps gets it, almost runs into Everett. And with that, Coach Kofer going to take a timeout. If you're looking for the next game for both of these teams, they will be on the road this Friday night. The Trojans will travel to Marion County, while the Bulldogs will travel to Nelson County. Both of those tip times scheduled for 7:30. Again, we'll be back on the air tomorrow night, as we haven't seen the Central Hardin boys play in a couple of weeks now, as they get ready to prep for the 17th district tournament. They will come in as the 2 seed. And E-Town will be the 3 seed. Tomorrow night's ball game against South Oldham scheduled to start at 7:30. 1:15 to go here in our ball game. And Coach, what type of play do you expect Coach Kofer to come out of this huddle with?
The last time they ran Jalen Sharps off of about 3 screens to get him open for a 3-pointer. I would look for them maybe to get something trying to go to the basket this time. The last 2 possessions, the moment has started to look a little big. They're passing it around the outside. We saw Nasir Johnson, Jalen Sharps, Jordan Lovett, all these guys pushing the ball to the basket, being real aggressive. And the aggression has seemed to kind of fall away here in the last 2 minutes of this game. So I'm expecting to see something going at the basket. If they do penetrate and dish for a good 3-point shot, that's fantastic. But they've got to get something getting into the lane.
Sharps with the ball.
Come on, Jalen!
John stays in this 2-3 zone. Get it inside to Lovett. Lovett finds Everett under the basket, no good. Matthews with the rebound. Ball's knocked out. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Now Coach Kofer motioning for his players to come up. We're under a minute to go. Harris now with the ball, guarded by Quayshawn Davis. The run and jump comes. Ja'Kai Walker with it, finds Matthews underneath, and he gets the hoop in the arm. So strong under the basket. Foul will be on Sharps, his third.
Is it correct to say that Alex Matthews has been the difference here in the fourth quarter?
Yes. Easily. He's got 11 points in this quarter alone, 24 points on the night.
So strong in the lane.
35 seconds. Lovett puts it up, 15-footer off the iron. Matthews with the rebound. Now you got to expect the Trojans to come and foul. And Harris will be fouled there. That's on Sharps. It'll be his fourth. It is. And that'll send Trayvon Harris to the line to shoot two. Trayvon Harris scoreless in the first half. Did have several rebounds both on the offensive and defensive ends. Scores 10 points in the third quarter. Mrs. Zafriel has yet to score in this fourth quarter. Misses both of those free throws. Eric Moore, deep three, no good. Merle with the rebound, gives it up to Walker. And that could be it. We're down to 10 seconds. Rogers has to get it over mid-court stripe, gets it to Harris just in time. And Tony Everett comes from behind. He'll knock it free. It'll stay with the Bulldogs for the next 3.9 seconds. I believe we are going to have a final here. Get it into Matthews. Matthews will dribble it out. And so for Bulldogs, they will move to 27-0 on the season, a perfect 8-0 in district play, while the Trojans fall to 11-16 on the season and finish 2-6 in 17th district play. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626 and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. Anytime Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Go down the unofficial scoring from tonight's ball game. First for the Bulldogs. Leading all scorers was Alex Matthews with 24. Aaron Scott had 4. Devin Rogers with 1. Trayvon Harris finishes the night with 10. Ja'Kai Walker with 7. And Preston Merle with 12. For the Trojans, Jalen Sharps led all Trojans with 17. Tony Everett with 2. Quayshawn Davis had 6. Eric Moore with 11. Nasir Johnson with 6. Jordan Lovett with 7. And Josh Moore with 2. Coach, your final thoughts as these two teams come off the court.
Fantastic game, Bobby. It just the intensity, the rivalry, the fans. It was a lot of fun to watch. John Hardin just really in the first half looked like a lot of the contact and physicality was bothering them, like I've never seen it bother them. They really got away from who they were and could not find the basket. But the second half, they just stayed the course, continued to do what they do, and that's pound the ball inside, just be a physical presence, a mentally tough team. And they eventually wore down the Trojans. The Trojans were so game, hanging in there. A lot of times they'd take a punch, get down 9, and get back into the ball game, cut it to 3 late there in the game. Just not quite enough to take care of the number 2 in the state, John Hardin Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs remain perfect, 27-0 on the season. Reminder, we'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 7:30 as Central Hardin will host South Oldham. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, for Miss Gina Ryan, for Dale Mings, for Coach Paul Gray, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.